Hi, everyone. Mitch from PickDogs.com here with Chris and Rod. It is Thursday, May 25th, 2023, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses, just free picks. Chris Ruffalo setting the tone. What's happening today, Chris?
Not much. Just trying to catch up on sleep after an exciting game last night, exciting NHL game. Decent MLB card, too, so I'm excited for today's action to get going. Getting lots of hockey, NBA, MLB. Love it.
How about you, Rod? What's happening?
Not a whole lot. Panthers punched their ticket to the Stanley Cup final, and we got a big game 5 tonight in the NBA, and some good MLB action as well. So yeah, I'm excited. Good Thursday card. Not a great Thursday card, but a good Thursday card.
Yeah, the Panthers getting it done. That's for sure. And every one of their games has been pretty exciting, and it's been the same guy, right, that really has come through for them. It's tough to say that he didn't get. I'm going to guess he didn't get the MVP of the series. That probably went to the goalie, correct? They give out the MVP for that, right? For that point.
Not that I saw for the.
Going to be tough though, right? Between him and the goalie, correct?
Yeah.
Both have done a great job. I know very little about hockey, but I know that much. So I got my new headphones. I was talking about the other day on the show how my headphones I felt were on the fritz, and guess what? It turns out because I got my other headphones on eBay. I've been using knockoff headphones all these years. These are way better, man. It's like, what the hell? I'm like, they look the same, but then like some of the little things, the detail things, it's like, wow, these are way nicer. They sound way better. It's like they fit a little bit better. They sit, these headphones that I wear over the ears, so the cord runs behind my back. I mean, you see guys on other shows, they got the big headphones on, or like, they have the cord running down here like they're on their phone or something, the old school, like without pre-earbud people, right? But, I always wear the over the ear and, behind the back. And I'm telling you, the other ones, they're knockoffs. It's like, I couldn't believe it. I said to my wife, I think I've been using knockoff headphones for all these years. She's laughing. She's like, you got them on discount, didn't you? I'm like, pretty much.
He got them on Prime Day.
I got them on eBay. It was like, because I couldn't find them. It was during the pandemic. So I couldn't even find them, You did what you could to get everything. So I got screwed. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm sitting like a little further back today than I normally am. And Chris, do you know why that is?
I have no idea.
Rod, any guess as to why?
We delete the cords a little longer, and
no, I got 74 pounds of retriever sitting underneath my desk right here. He's decided that this is where he will be taking a nap, and you can see. These are
the action shots what killed me.
These are the things, and that is live action. I mean, he is out like a light. Those of you that are listening to us on the podcast version on Odyssey or any of those iHeartRadio or Apple iTunes or any of that stuff, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, any of those things, Spotify. What I showed was a picture of my Labrador Retriever sitting on the floor underneath my desk. 74 pounds of dog still sitting here. He has not budged.
He's like, this is the perfect spot. I'm going to have a nap.
It's like nice and cool, He's laying down on the floor. Yep. He's all good. Oh, well. Such is life. But I'm excited. We got NBA basketball tonight. We've got NHL action. One of my Miami teams has clinched a spot. It's kind of like it's been a big year for me and for Miami sports. We've got, the Panthers generally not one of my teams, but they're in. I mean, I feel almost like a cheater wearing my Vegas hat, but that's who they're likely going to be playing. We don't know that for sure, but there's a good chance. And then, the Heat, a chance to finish off the Celtics tonight in Boston after really poor shooting performance in Game 4. I thought we saw it early on that the Heat, just weren't on their game and, missing those wide open threes that they've been hitting all series long and all playoffs long. The collapsing on Jimmy Buckets underneath the basket, and then he's kicking it out, and the guys are hitting these threes like no one's business. Last game, they weren't really falling early or often, and of course the Celtics, got up and they get up by double digits, and they did what the Celtics do, and that is pretend they've won the championship already, even though they're down 3-0 at the point. So we'll have to see how this one plays out tonight. Of course, we'll talk about that in detail along with all of today's action. Let's kick it off the way we normally do on days like this, and that is with the least popular sport first, which would take us to the National Hockey League. Dun, 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 dun. That's the old Monday Night Football theme. But anyways, Peter Puck's skating onto the ice here in where's he at? Oh, Dallas. He's got his spurs on. He's ready to roll. But, interesting thing here. So you have the Stars hanging on for dear life, and the reality is they probably have what it takes to at least extend it a game. I think not getting it last game probably surprised a few people out there. Not everybody. As my dog, instead of rolling maybe and moving away from the chair with the roller leg, he rolls further onto my leg here.
So you're pinned down to talk about hockey. You don't have a choice.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. But, so I don't know any of the players on either of these teams. I know that Fleury's no longer on Vegas, so he was the only guy I knew on the whole team. So, how long's he been gone?
I think he went last year.
All right, so I'm not too far behind?
No.
All right, I feel better. But he was the only guy that I knew on the team, and now I know absolutely nobody.
No, Quick. Come on, you know Jonathan Quick from the Kings.
Oh, I didn't know he was on that team. I know him, but
he's the backup. He's the backup to Aiden Hill on Vegas. So
if he's the backup, imagine how good the starter is. He's got to be 70.
Right?
He's got to be 70.
Figured you knew Jonathan Quick.
We'd like to celebrate Jonathan Quick on his 75th birthday.
Also, Phil Kessel's up in the media box eating hot dogs.
Not sure if I know him. How old is Quick?
Oh, he's late 30s. 37, I want to say.
39?
Wow, so he got into the league when he was 6 then.
Yeah, when he was young.
He has a cup, right?
Yep.
Couple.
Yeah,
maybe, right?
he has a couple. Yeah.
And he probably has the MVP award too, right? Finals MVP, I'm sure.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it.
But as we discussed, so would he get on the cup in this?
Yes, because he's been the backup for 21 more than enough games.
Yeah, I think he met the regular season quota.
Which is 21? I want to say regular season backup gigs. Because they picked him up just at the trade deadline, right? So yeah, he was here for just a little less than half the season.
So weird to hear you guys this clearly with my headphones.
You're like, I almost liked it better with the old ones.
Yeah, it's messed up. I got a meeting at 11:30 Eastern time, so we'll have to get moving at some point during the show. I have to actually give out picks. Of course, life was a lot easier back in the day, man. Sometimes I wish it's like I had the decision to just keep things as they were to try and grow them out, and I think trying to grow them out was always like, try and do the best that you can. But it's like at the same time, like, man, I could have been just fine, and life would have just been a lot easier. Going to Costco on Friday night and sitting in massage chairs. Those are the good old days,
Yeah.
They were. Those are the good times, man. It's like my wife and I talk about it. It's like, man, we were fine, We were fine.
The little sample of the cocktail weenie in one hand.
No, I never even made it to the cocktail weenies. We only would go down the aisle where the massage chairs were. They were like the hidden gem of Costco. They weren't like in a front section or anything like that. End cap. They were just like in the aisle, where like kind of like knives and forks are and stuff like that. You go in one of those aisles and there's 2 massage chairs sitting there, and
It's like you fall asleep
basically hijack them,
Fall asleep in the chair. Fall asleep in the chair. All of a sudden, it's like 9:30, and a forklift is driving by you. They go, "How did you get in here?"
No, it's actually people waiting to use the chairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, giving you the dirty looks. Yeah.
People tapping their watch.
I didn't care, man. I'm feeling it.
It's an investment. I need to make sure I'm making the right decision.
Hit Carrabba's on the way home, split the chicken parm. Calamari action.
Nice.
Yeah, those were the days, man. Anyways, Chris, what do you think of this one? Game number 4.
Yeah, I'm going to be breaking out the brooms tonight. I think the Golden Knights pull off the sweep. They've just found a way to be the better team in this series. Found a way to get the job done. And it's been simple as that. I know the Dallas Stars not just going to go out quietly, but Vegas, they played pretty much lights out at home in the first 2 games, and it's scary considering that they were a better team on the road over the course of the season. And I think they go into Dallas and close it out here. I'm going to go with the Golden Knights here at the value for the sweep.
Yep, I got to agree. You got to go with the Vegas Golden Knights here to sweep the Dallas Stars away. You lose your captain for 2 games. That's just it's like a kick in the nuts. So I just the guys that Dallas does have, they will come out, but you can't beat Aiden Hill's on the top of his game, and he has given up more than a couple goals this series, and I just don't see it. And the shaky Dallas Stars goalie Ottinger, if they put Ottinger back in, well, look what he did. He gave up 4 real quick, and it was ugly looking. And he's looked ugly the last couple games. Even if they go with the backup for the Stars, I still think they're in trouble. Go with Vegas.
All right, I guess
that Wedgwood.
3 Vegas is here. Panthers. So when will is there a set date for the finals to start, or does it depend on how long this goes? Because like in the NBA, there's a day that it starts, regardless of what happens tonight, regardless of what happened last game. They start next Thursday. So what about this one?
I'm trying to see if there's a specific start date, but I know that if this series were to go 7 games, that game would be next Wednesday.
Because Peng's on a schedule, Chris. You have to Peng's on a schedule. You don't want to just fly by the seat of your pants hoping you're going to get Peng.
you don't want to get panged.
Yeah, you don't want to be caught with your Peng down,
With your Peng out.
Yeah,
hang out with your Peng out.
June 3rd it says subject to change, so I guess it depends on how long the series continues to go.
All right, I'll go with the update. The update from under my desk. Still there. That is a lot of retriever. He's been extra heavy on the treats. I got treat shamed at the vet. They put him on the scale.
Oh no!
They want him at 70. He's at 74. They treat shamed me.
Oh no! You're right. That was
like you two just look at each other.
Yeah, he was a 78, and they do that. The vet is like, "Hey, I thought he was the thin kid." Oh no!
Easy on the treats.
Yeah.
Like
whoa
Treat
up, we
shake.
should switch into this diet food. And I was like, then he gives you this look like, really? We have to switch food?
Treat shame me.
No, you gave me too many treats. It's all your fault.
All right, well, we move on. Major League Baseball action today. I was looking at tomorrow's card. I really like tomorrow. Tomorrow, one of that match, a couple of good things going on, in my book tomorrow. Knock's pitching, and on top of that, you got the matchup of all matchups on the pitcher's mound. You got the Pirates-Mariners game. And I know you generally don't think of Pirates-Mariners, as being that big of a deal, but Kirby against Keller. I say the under 2 hours on that game for sure. That's going to be a quick one. Let's get to it. Oh, it is a special day around here. Anyways, we'll get to that in just a little bit. Luke Weaver up against Miles Miklos. I was told I know nothing because I can't pronounce this guy's name. We'll just say every possible pronunciation. Miklos, Miklos, Miles. Versus Luke Weaver. We'll just always say, every time we say Weaver, we'll just say the guy who was traded for Paul Goldschmidt. Then you got Zach Eflin against Alek Manoah in Tampa Bay, Rays and Jays. And Rockies and the Marlins. It is Kyle Freeland up against Braxton Garrett, who I think is a really big high side. Chris, what do you think of this one?
Well, I'm going to go with that match between the Cardinals and Miles Michaelis and the guy who got traded for Paul Goldschmidt. And I'm going to go with the over 10. It's just the overs hit in each of the first 3 games in this series. This pitching matchup, doesn't inspire a ton of confidence. Luke Weaver's been brutal this season. Miles Michaelis still has been better on the road, but still has an ERA close to 4 on the road. I think if the starters don't get us there, the bullpens will. So give me the over 10 Reds-Cardinals. I love the over in that game.
I gave out the Reds as my dog of the day yesterday, but I couldn't hear it because the music was too loud. Rod?
Well, in these ones, I'm going to go with the over between the Rays and Jays. You look at Zach Eflin. He was off to a good start, but he's definitely given him a few runs in his last few starts. 2-1 in his last 3 with a 5.21 ERA. So definitely been giving up runs, but he's getting enough run support to have those equate to wins as well. And on the other side of the ball, you look at Manoah, and his last 3, he's got an ERA up over 6. So I like runs early and often in this one. Take the over between the Jays and Rays.
Well, that leaves me the beauty in Coors Field. Marlins up against the Rockies. I like the Marlins in this one. Braxton Garrett's a good pitcher, man. He's only going to get better. He gets himself in trouble, but he has the out pitch, and he has the way to get out of it. He can throw for power, and he can strike a lot of guys out when he needs to. So I'm going to roll with the Marlins in this one at Colorado. Though I do love when they say, "We got tacos," So I forget how many runs is tacos in Colorado, but I know in Arizona it's less. But it's like the one in Arizona, it's not quite the same thing as like you get 3 tacos for like $3, but in Colorado it's free tacos.
11? Is it 11?
7.
No, it's like
7.
6 or 7. No way.
It's 7.
7?
7?
Yeah.
7?
Yeah.
Touchdown, over a touchdown. You get that.
Yeah,
Nice.
and they put on the board like they get to 5 and 6, and on the things we want tacos is flashing. Love it. I have that on my alarm clock when I wake up in the morning. Gary's like, "What'd you say?" Oh, I get it. Sounded like you said, "We want tacos." Love tacos. I watch like a lot of these food shows now on Netflix and stuff. I did not know that Taco Bell was invented by a guy named Bell. I always thought it, was just right.
Yeah.
It was just like, I mean, it makes sense, right? But it's like, I mean, I think it's one of the last things you would think of, right?
So the guy's name was Bell that started. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Got the Nationals against the Padres. Oy, ay. Got the Tigers and the White Sox. And then we've got the Yankees and the Tigers or Yankees and the Orioles. That was a great comeback by the Orioles last night after the Yankees bullpen had so many shutout innings in a row. And the Orioles lit them up last night. But today I don't think they have to worry about a low-scoring game coming to this one because, Clark Schmidt eats shit is on the mound for the Yankees. Gibson's been hit pretty hard here for the Orioles. Gibson is kind of like Gausman, where he's a guy who had like one good year, and it's like they make it seem like he's actually a good pitcher because of his one good year that he had. No, he sucks. Just ask James Paxton how one good year gets you. It's like you fall asleep on the couch, you wake up, and Paxton's it's like Custer at Little Bighorn, freaking doing a dance around his ass. You know, it's like, oh my God. Like, what the hell happened here? Just kind of. Sometimes you put your hands on your hips and you just, what the hell happened here? It's like Paxton's pitching. It's like Paxton's back. What a return trip it was. 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. 59 pitches, 5.14 ERA. Ouch. You got your ass kicked.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Shohei Ohtani's taking your yard. It's like, in case you'd forgotten, this is what getting taken deep looks like. He got crushed. I guess Mike Trout and Ohtani, that was the 26th time they both have homered in the same game.
In the same game, yeah. Craziness.
Paxton sucks. He's terrible. Paxton's back. Oh, great. Pavetta can go to long relief. Oh, that'll be fun. Cool. So we can in-game the over also? Yes.
Yes.
Permission
Maybe
to
a couple
in-game.
times.
Permission. It's like Top Gun. Permission to in-game the over? Yes.
Permission granted.
All right, Rod. It's all you. Got these three beauties on here.
Three beauties, yeah, definitely. I'm going to go with the over between the White Sox and Detroit. I'm going to look at Giolito on the road, and he's got a 5 ERA, and Alex Padu is definitely not he's like a doo-doo. He's 0-3 with he's over 3 ERA. Yikes. I think runs come early and often in that one, and we get over the total. Love the over, Detroit. White Sox.
I hate giving out totals on this show, but I'm going to give one out here, man. I'm going over in the Orioles-Yankees. I just can't say it enough. Clark Schmidt eats shit, and I'm telling you, he's going to eat some royal shit in this one. He's going to get pounded in this one. I mean, it's going to be a whole lot of runs. You know, you don't want to go to the bathroom during this one because you're going to miss a lot of excitement. Kyle Gibson's been absolute horrid as well. This guy can't get out of the first or second inning, without getting rocked. So I expect to see the Yankees do it. I think the Yankees are 9 in a row to the over at home. They go 10 in a row to the over. This one. Chris, this is like, you're right, Clark Schmidt does eat shit. I saw him.
He was in sandwich form yesterday. I'm gonna go with the Washington Nationals here, the money line. Not backing Blake Snell. Second least profitable pitcher in baseball, only behind Jordan Lyles, and the Royals have lost all 10 of his starts. And Blake Snell 1-8 in team starts this year. The Nationals are actually hitting left-handed pitching really well. In the month of May, the Padres 28th in baseball in team OPS against righties. Jake Irvin stunk in his last outing, but the Nats are 2-2 in his 4 starts so far this year. And like I said, I'm just not laying this kind of price with the Padres with Snell. So give me the Nationals in this one.
All right. An update from under the desk. Lots of movement.
Doesn't look like he moved at all.
74 pounds of retriever.
We now go live on location too.
Yeah, it's had a rough morning. Went for a walk, ate breakfast, went for another short walk. And he'll be going swimming in just a few hours. I mean, this dog's got the best life. Got the Braves and the Phillies, and the Mets, Cubs, Brewers, Giants, and Mariners, A's. 4-pack. It's me. Well, I have to leave Chris at least the option for Mariners, A's. So I'm gonna go with the Cubs here against the Mets, and a same game parlay to the over at Wrigley. You got Kyle Hendricks making his return. Remember, last time we saw Hendricks, he couldn't find the plate, and he also lost his velocity. So it was kind of the double whammy there, where he couldn't get the ball like over 70 miles an hour, and he couldn't get it over the plate. So it was like horrific. So the Cubs are down to like really the bare minimum on pitchers here, and they're like, I guess we got to give him another shot. They're going to bring Kyle Hendricks back, reel him back on, and he's up against Carrasco, who's, I mean, the Mets are just terrible. And, if it's not Verlander or Scherzer pitching, they don't even have a chance. And, even with those guys, they haven't really had much of a chance. Scherzer's pitched well. Verlander hasn't been great. But Kyle Hendricks, I mean, oof. If you think Clark Schmidt eats shit, I mean, this guy, I don't know what you want to call it. Carrasco sucks, too. I'm going to go with the Cubs here. I think it's going to be one of those high-scoring games that's decided late. So I'm going to do same game parlay, Cubs over. Cubs over.
It's like when you had a pitcher that would throw for an intentional walk, and you got a guy like Gary Sanchez that still swung for a hit or a sac fly. That's what happened with Kendricks. He couldn't hit the plate, but guys were still swinging.
When I lived in Chicago, Soriano's at the plate, making $30 million a year. It's like, I don't care. It's like the announcers. I mean, he's like Soriano hit like all of his home runs always in a season over 1 month, and then the whole rest of the season he was terrible. So like on paper, he had great stats. But, like, the reality of it is they all happened within 1 month of the season, so the whole rest of the season. It's like, if I'm on the mound here, I'm throwing 3 balls into the dirt. It's like, and this is the Cubs announcers. It's like, it's 3 balls into the dirt. Chris, you going with that A's Mariners? You've been on it all week.
You know what? I might as well. I'll go back to it. I'll take the A's in the first 5. I don't trust the A's bullpen full game, but JP Sears has been their best shot at getting a win for much of the season, and seems to pitch well against the Mariners. He's had 3 starts against the Mariners, and the A's have either been tied or leading in the first 5 in all those. So I think it keeps it close early on before the bullpens kind of let it get away late. So give me the A's in the first 5.
Rod?
And I'm going to go with the Phillies here on the road versus Atlanta. Atlanta definitely this season hasn't played their best ball at home. They've been better on the road. And Dylan Dodd getting the start for the Braves, and he was awful last time we seen him at home. He lost to the Padres. He gave up a bunch of runs to the Padres, and if you give up a bunch of runs to the Padres, yikes! Then you can definitely give up runs to the Phillies. Give me the Phillies over the Braves in that one.
Yeah, I'm looking at something we haven't really looked at this year. Something that really we used to do all the time. So they have a pretty good array of food here at Truist Park. Slutty Vegan, King of Pops. They've got H&F Burger.
I think they still got the Chop House in the outfield.
But they have something here called the Clean Up Burger, and it's 4 grilled beef patties topped with hash browns, bacon, cheese, Sunnyside egg, sandwiched between buttermilk Belgian waffles with maple syrup.
It gets all over your hands. Trust me, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
This is at the 1871 Grill. It's near Section 113 at Truist Park.
That seems like something this big and a little bit messy. 4
It's
patties?
got French fries in the middle of it. Like they cut out the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. 4 patties with French fries on top and the waffles in there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
How about this? The closer, beef hot dog, fried and wrapped in mozzarella whipped potatoes.
Ooh, is it deep fried too?
Yeah.
Maybe that might be good. Oh yeah, that's probably good.
All right, family road trip to Atlanta.
Yeah,
I hadn't really looked too much at this, but they call that one the closer.
That's why it's called the closer. Yeah,
it's closing your arteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing it right in Atlanta. Yeah, we haven't really checked it out, and the problem is not a lot of dessert choices there, except for that King of Pops popsicles. But when Dippin' Dots is number 2 on your choices,
that's not a very good dessert.
No,
choice.
that's a bad sign. We call that a bad sign.
The worst part is up here. You got like the bootleg Dippin' Dots who got mini melts.
Mini bells, yeah, right.
Wait a minute. Listen to this. Mayfield Creamery ice cream, wide range of ice cream flavors, including birthday cake, chocolate. Chocolate's good. Brown cow delight, cookies and cream, French vanilla, and more. At sections 139 and 159. Missing my flavor there. I guess we'd have to call ahead.
For rum raisin.
No, cookie dough. Everyone knows I have cookie dough. Everyone knows I have cookie dough. I got tons of it in the
This was
freezer.
offensive when I said rum raisin. Easy.
It's like I told you last week I'm at the grocery store and I was like all pissed off about like some other stuff that was going on. I was like, my wife's like, man, you're in a really bad mood because the ice cookie dough is 2 for $1. It's like,
whoa.
Yep. All right. Well, we got to get moving here. So let's get to the NBA. We could talk. Well, we did Atlanta today, so we'll have to find out some of these other stadiums. We haven't really looked at the concessions, but I don't know. We got, I wonder if Alec Manoah pops in, gets that waffle 4-burger patty sandwich when he's there. But we go to the NBA, and it is the Heat at Celtics. It's Game 5, and I've done 3 videos on this game already, so I'm pretty much well covered here. But I might have done 4 videos on this game. I've done so many. Yeah, I've done 4 videos that contain something in this game, so why not 5? But we got the Heat-Celtics. It's Game 5, and, of course, 3-1 Miami Heat. The line has moved in this game several times over. So I've seen it, 8, 8.5, 9s. I've seen, all over the place. So, Chris, what are you looking at here?
I'm going to look at the over here. I looked at it last game. Missed out on it by a point, but I think we get enough to get up and over the total here. The first couple games of this series, in Boston, for Game 1 flew over the number by 27. Game 2 got there by 1.5. Even though we're at 216.5, I still think it's too late. I think this, if we hadn't a couple missed free throws late, we would be talking about 4 straight overs to start this series. I think we're going to get some scoring as well in this one, get us into that 220, 225 range. So give me the over between the Heat and Celtics.
Rod?
And for me in this one, it's just too many points. I'm going to take the Heat plus the points in this one. Do I think Boston comes out and wins this one? Sure, they got a shot to win this one and send it to Game 6. Anything's possible, but I'm going to take the Heat plus the points. And just because anything is possible. No one's done it. Could be the first time you see some team come back from 0-3 down. I'm going to take the Heat plus the points because even if Boston wins, they ain't winning by 10 plus. The Heat will definitely be battling in this one to try to close it out.
Still cold there?
It is. Today it's chilly. It's a little chilly today.
That's normally when you stay inside and do your heroin and make picks like that you think the Heat are not just going to win outright on the money line.
No, I don't.
Stay inside and smoke your crack pipe.
Cracking her out.
Yeah, I like the Heat here money line. I think they're going to absolutely bust them up, something fierce. The Heat played poorly last time out. They know it. It wasn't just the time where the Celtics took over and took the lead. The Heat played poorly from the outset in that game. The only reason they were in it at the beginning was that the Celtics, just they're heartless and gutless, and that's pretty much the only reason that the Heat were in it at that point. But I expect the Heat to bounce back here and start hitting those shots again from outside. They've shot way better in Boston than Boston has. That's not even close. The Celtics have been terrible at home throughout the playoffs, under 500 in the playoffs at home this season overall for the Celtics. They lost 2 games to Philly, remember, at home as well. So, with that being said, Heat, money line, alternate line as well, laying points against the Celtics in this one. Ka-ching. Playing with house money here, still up 700 units, betting 100 a game on the Heat money line each game. So, in just this series, not including that Milwaukee cash cow. It was beautiful. All right. Slutty vegan. That's Ruffalo. It's Ruffalo's pictures on the thing. It's our logo. It's like
King of the Bean Burger.
Ruffalo holding up a whole fried avocado. Doing you ever see one of our competitors? That's exactly it. Like one of our competitors has a picture smell my finger. It's like Ruffalo's got the whole deep fried avocado.
You know what it is? It's like you ever watch Iron Chef in the 90s and the guy bites the pepper and eats it like an apple. That's me with a fried avocado.
Yeah, of course, everybody has seen that.
He just has. You want to talk about the shit eating?
A la cuisine. What the hell does that even mean?
Chef.
What does that even mean? I gotta say that. You ever see Morimoto on I think it's on YouTube Shorts?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's amazing, man.
He doesn't look like he's aged at all.
No. Have you seen it, Rod? It is amazing,
Yeah.
man. It's like his son, right? It's like my father's the chef, right?
Yeah.
It's like he gives him the weirdest things. He's like, make something out of this. And he's like,
turn this gourmet. Come
he
on.
takes a Domino's pizza, he's rolling it into the
You seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Are you wrapping a Domino's pizza in more dough? Yup.
Yes, I am.
It looks real good too. It's like I definitely would have eaten that.
All right, parlay time.
Try my $800 mango. Try it. Turn my $800 mango gourmet. It was like, do you pay $800 for this?
Jack came home with beans. His son comes home with a mango. I'm gonna go with the over between the Celtics and the Heat. Over in the Orioles and Cubs and Mets, and over in Cardinals Reds.
Rod?
I'm gonna take the Heat plus the points. I'm gonna take the White Sox in Detroit over the total, and the Rays on the money line. Alex Manoah sus.
Heat, money line. Vegas, money line. With the over in the Orioles-Yankees. Clark Schmidt, you eat shit. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. Still joined by us the entire time. He went the distance, just really putting in his part on today's show. We appreciate it. Sam, thank you. Yeah. You got to check if he's breathing once in a while, He's still trying to recover from being treat shamed at the vet. You're 74 pounds. You're supposed to be 70. Treat shamed. I don't think I've ever had a dog that they didn't say that dog needs to lose a couple of pounds. Ever had one. This dog swims every day, runs, walks miles and miles and miles. I don't know what more he can do. If he wants a bully stick once in a while, who doesn't? Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you.